200 years have passed since the pioneers of the trade union movement first began to build workers' organisations. Yet today, the trade union rights these early heroes fought for are far from universally enjoyed. Unrecognised, precariously employed and denied the right to representation, millions of workers throughout the world survive in the informal economy. The term informal economy means any economic activity which is unregulated or off the books. It includes small-scale workers like street traders, rubbish recyclers, taxi drivers or agricultural workers, as well as informally employed workers who are paid by established companies such as home workers making garments. In industrialised countries, informally employed workers make up around 15% of the workforce. In other parts of the world, they account for 50 to 90%. Half of all informal economy workers are women, often occupying the less visible, lower income jobs. Until quite recently, many trade unionists thought that the informal economy was either a side issue or a temporary problem that would disappear as industrialisation spread throughout the world, bringing with it secure and waged employment. But this has changed.
It's a big challenge, but I think the informal economy in a global sense has to come onto the stage of the British trade union movement. And what really helps in that is sisters and brothers from countries around the world who are doing it. That makes people realise that these are real people, real issues, and I think gives hope to people that you can organise.
Because this is where most of the world's working poor work, we must also organise the informal sector too. Trade unionists from the global south want the same basic respect at work that we aspire to in the global north. A decent wage, a decent working environment, a decent working week, as well as skills, equal pay and education.
The informal economy is growing. As public expenditure has been cut, labour-intensive state enterprises have been privatised and local industries have collapsed. The problem is worse in those countries where there is no effective social security or protection against unemployment. Informal work is sometimes presented as a flexible option for workers. But for most, entry into the informal economy is not by choice. Anyone without paid employment is forced to survive any way they can.
It's there because people have no choice. You know, you have to work to the next meal, and if there's nobody subsidizing you, that's what you tell people in Europe. There's no social benefit. You have to work to the next meal, to the next day, so you do what you can do. That's surviving. That's in principle what is taking place.
Because they do not have protection, rights or representation, informal economy workers remain trapped in poverty. They lack the 7 key economic securities which are defined by the International Labour Organization. proper employment opportunities, protection against dismissal, job security, protection against accidents and illness at work, opportunities to gain and retain skills, secure and adequate incomes, and a collective voice in the labour market through independent trade unions.